Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today we're gonna do a get ready with me. It's been a while since I just did one of these. It's not a makeup review, you know, it's just me doing my face and chit chat with you, catching up. So it has been 6 months since we purchased this house, and I thought I would do I would catch up with you, talk about things going on, and also do a 6-month check-in of owning a house, what I've learned, and stuff like that, because I just expected homeownership to be the most wonderful thing in the world, and don't get me wrong, it's great, but so many things have happened. Also, before we do get started today, I want to give a quick shout out to my small business, theopencrypt.com. You know, it's spooky season, and I will do my best to ship these things out super quick so you can have them in time for Halloween. You know, some of us are spooky all year long, but I know not everybody is, so, you know, if you're worried about things not getting there, I promise they will. So let's get started with my face. My hair is still, as you last saw it, inconsistent, but we're giving it a little bit of a break. I thought about trying to curl it underneath, style it to curl underneath, because I feel like this length makes me look like I'm trying to be younger than I am. I don't know, it's kind of a youthful haircut, but I didn't want to heat damage it either, so that's the hair update. But anyways, yeah, we bought this house 6 months ago. Now, I was gonna, my plan for the 6 months update was going to be a new house tour versus our original house tour video, because it's so different. But with so many projects that are going to be flipped to crypt videos going on, I decided to save the spoilers. So yeah, I spent more of the day this morning painting upstairs. I love painting things black, but the process sucks so bad because, you know, normally if it's regular paint and you get really good paint and it's, you know, kind of like one and done, you can just edge with a paintbrush the top and the bottom and around things and then just do the main thing with a roller. With black, you got to do everything double. Even if it is one coat coverage, I've bought the most expensive paint by the gallon that Lowe's and Home Depot both sell from different brands. Even if it tells you it's one coat coverage, if you get it in black, it's really not. It'll still be streaky. So the painting upstairs black has been a nightmare. However, when I get one wall that's kind of done, I still have to do a second layer, but I can see what the vision's going to be. It makes me really happy. I'm just worried about painting the staircase and stuff because I feel like it's going to be hard and I have to use a ladder. I don't like ladders. I'm clumsy. So that part stresses me out. But yeah, owning a home for 6 months, it's great. You know, I didn't think I was ever going to own a home. We spent more money on this house than I would have liked, especially since we did have to pay above asking and value of the home, which came out of my pocket. Every little bit of money that I had in savings, gone, deceased. I was devastated about that, especially because this house needed so much work. If it was ready to go, I don't think I would have minded. But it wasn't. There were issues. But in this market, you have to jump on any opportunity, especially because we wanted a house for the cats. You know, living in a small 2-bedroom apartment with my small business, all of my husband's stuff, and all of our cats was so tight. I was running my business out of a closet. It was so tight, and my heat press was in the dining room. It was a mess. So we really needed, we had outgrown the space and we couldn't afford to rent anything else because rent is so high, and then they want double deposits or they don't want animals, you know. So buying a home was really the ideal situation. And I'm glad that we did it. Overall, I am glad that we bought the house because this was the most this is, for the square feet, we got a deal. It's just that it needed a lot of work and it's very outdated. The issue we have right now is that there's a million projects that should be done or we want done. It's not realistic. It's my dream in life to have quartz countertops. That ain't gonna happen, okay? My husband's looking up ways we could do concrete countertops ourselves, and then I was thinking we could, there's like a white kind of stain you can get to white stain your concrete countertops that I was thinking about doing, because stone, expensive, and it's not like it's the most, you're just throwing your junk on it and you're cutting boards on it and stuff. It's not like it's something that has to be luxurious, but like marble's stupid because it's fragile and it's expensive and you have to maintain it and all that. So I would never do marble. I was really going for quartz because it's like the cheaper and stronger alternative to that, but that's just not gonna happen, you know? And then a lot of the things in this house have been just done in, when you really get in the house, everything was built on, I know a guy who could do it better kind of budget. None of our door frames, none of the walls are squares. Like if there's a header in a room, you can look down the header and it kind of twists, like it's not straight, nothing's straight. I'll insert a picture right here of one of our windows. I think we'll go with the entryway window, where you can see that the frame around the window is just it's messed up. So when you really get into the house, there's a lot more issues than we even expected, which I guess in itself was supposed to be expected, but I am thoroughly loving the fact that no one's going to tell me how many cats to have. Nobody's going to tell me I can't paint a room. No one's going to tell me I have to live with something. And that is the most freeing, liberating feeling in the world. And I take it as a privilege that I can do that now, owning a home. I always do, when my husband wants to take on a project, because usually it's his idea, he's always like, what's the most custom thing that he can build on his own for it? And my paranoia, because I've been pretty devastatingly poor a majority of my life as an adult, is always like, well, if we do this custom, we're not going to be able to resell this house. I would love it. I would love the custom thing. But if anything ever happens and we have to get out, it's going to be hard to sell like that. And my husband's the opposite of that. He's like, well, it doesn't matter. We're never going to sell it. Nothing's ever going to happen. We're going to be okay. And I just, you know, I don't think that way. So when something is done that fits our taste, I love it, but I'm scared of it. And that's the issue I have. Like painting upstairs black. You know, I know it'd be some cost to repaint it not black if we decided to sell the house, because people are intimidated by black paint. But at least it's not like, oh, I'm not building a custom door shaped like a coffin or something, or I'm not taking out a whole bedroom. You know, those things scare me. So we bought the house. It had 4 bedrooms and a bonus room, and it kind of had 2 living rooms. The front entryway room, I think, was the original living room to the house before it had additions on it. But it's a very small living room, so I'm counting that as our dining room now, even though our dining room is technically where our coffee bar is. But, you know, it had 4 traditional bedrooms and a couple extra small rooms here and there, and 4 bathrooms. The house is now 3 bathrooms, because we took the bathroom part out of one of the bathrooms, because we don't need 4 bathrooms. That's stupid. Eventually, our plans are for the house to be a 2-bathroom. And I know it sounds like we're just getting rid of bathrooms here, but it's because we want the 2 they're basically like parallel to each other. We want to conjoin that into a giant, like, big bathroom eventually. But that project as a whole scares me, especially because during that process, we'll be down to the 1 bedroom or the 1 bathroom upstairs, you know, while that bathroom is being worked on and everything, which is going to be inconvenient, but it is what it is. But that's our plans anyways. Keep all the bedrooms, subtracting 2 of the bathrooms. One of the bathrooms is already subtracted. The other one is a work in progress. It's going to be probably a year or 2 till we get to that one. And then all of the bedrooms are just normal bedrooms. We have 1 room that's kind of the cat room, which has my set in it usually. We're not there today because my set is going to move. We have our litter boxes. There's like a ventilation system my husband rigged up. so that the cat smell doesn't stay in the house. It kind of flushes out of the house, which is pretty cool. You know, I don't want to smell the cat box. It's like the worst part of having cats. So that we have a cat room which has my set in it. We're gonna move my set obviously so you don't have to hear the fan or the ventilation going all the time in my background. We have a shop room for my small business, theopencrypt.com. My husband has kind of a storage room which has the 3D printer for our necklace holders for the shop in it, and I think I'm gonna move the heat press for my shop also into a storage room so I could just do things there too, because my room is pretty cramped with sparse storage. And then we have our bedroom. So those are our bedrooms. We've done a couple flip the crypt videos. The first one I did was the coffee bar because I felt like the cabinets had so much potential and it was going to be an easy kind of flip to make it match my style. We painted all the cabinets, hung a bunch of stuff, decorated it. The cabinet painting, maybe I shouldn't have spray painted in the house because that was like a whole mess for a while. But that video turned out really well, and the coffee bar still looks the same besides the decorations on the inside being different because I've just, you know, changed them out and everything. But that area still looks really nice, even if I did get spray paint on the floor, and I still look at that every time I walk by it. And then the next one was the bathroom makeover, which that is the bathroom that's going to be knocked into one because there's one behind it too that I don't use ever. So yeah, that was the second one. I think after that, I did the office. This is the office. I know the floors are beige. I'm not happy about it either. But it is what it is for now. This room really was this built-in getting changed. It was my husband's first attempt at working with concrete. And I think it came out pretty good. Is it flawless? No, but it's just something that holds pretty decorations, a couple plants, and my big sublimation printer. So that's mostly what this video was. It took me, I mean, honestly, a week of painting this room because of all the windowsills and everything. I really considered painting this room over again in black. Just because there is so much light in here, I feel like it would make it kind of more fun, but painting around all these windowsills is just not gonna happen again. And then I think after this video, which was mostly a paint job and a built-in makeover, and then we had a custom desk put in that video too, I think it was the living room. The living room has come a long way, and it's gonna come a long way eventually. It's gonna change again. This living room, we wanted to put, there was a built-in bookcase in the center room that really ruined the way the room was laid out, and we wanted to put a TV on that wall. So we ripped that bookcase out, exposed plumbing that was hidden behind a fake bookcase, and that changed that room's plans, and we put some fake brick up. I don't know if I love it. We did what we could on a budget to fix that wall. I don't know if I love the fake brick. It's okay. Like, I'm not taking it down. It costs a lot of money. But I think just because the outside of our house is brick, maybe it's just too much brick. But I really like the brick. But when I can see natural brick really close to me and then I see the fake boards we put up, I don't think it has the same effect that I wanted it to. But it doesn't look bad, and I like the pop of white in that room because it's a very dark living room. So that video, I thought it was weeks of constantly working and putting clips together for that video. That process I thought was never gonna be done. I thought that living room video was never going to be done because it just felt like it kept going, or I was waiting on a piece of stuff to be cut, or I had to like put that spackly stuff to give it texture on the fake brick and then paint it white on top of that texture. I just felt like that video was never going to be done, and now looking back at it, it's been done for months, so I don't know why I was so like, it's never gonna be done. It was fine. And then now living room looks the same except for the fact that we have 2 shelves for some of my little decoration blow molds and stuff. So that's been nice. And then after that, flip the crypt wise, it's just been the bedroom, I think. Oh no, I did the entryway and the bedroom. I did the bedroom first. Bedroom painted black just like our old one was in the apartment, even though we weren't supposed to paint that apartment. I didn't care. I'll take the fee. You know, I love the bedroom being black. The bedroom is really you know, what I try to focus on in that bedroom space is kind of pop culture, spooky pop culture. So above our bed we have Freddy Krueger, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and Elvira. I found an Elvira cutout from an estate sale that is now in that room, and that's basically the only thing in there that you haven't seen already. Because I found that Elvira for like 30 bucks at an estate sale, and I said she was coming home with me, and she did. I think I vlogged that day of the estate sale too. It was very fun. I love her. And that's kind of the idea for upstairs. I think because outside of our bedroom, when you walk up the stairs, there's this little area, and I'm painting that currently. I think that area, I mean, I haven't determined. I talked about it in my previous hair video that I don't really know what that space is going to be. However, I think I want to pull, you know, a lot of gothic things into it, and then also keep a lot of horror and gothic inspired themes as far as music and pop culture and movies and, you know, characters in that as well. I think upstairs should be like a really gothic, dark, pop culture, horror, fandom area. I think that would be fun. Like a nod to my favorite horror movies and gothic musicians and stuff. I think that'd be fun to keep that up there. Because downstairs, we have our entryway, which is the last Flip the Crypt video I did, which has a very oddities and authors theme. Just a lot of just random, weird, dark things to match our beautiful chairs from the 1800s that I've yet to sit in. I've never sat in that chair. Those chairs at all, and I still don't have a dining room table for that. But yeah, I think downstairs is mostly like that oddities type thing. We have a lot of gold and stuff, and black and cute mugs in the kitchen and coffee bar. Living room has a lot of my orange blow molds and pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and like pure Halloween. And the office here is just a collaboration of, this is just a workspace and cute stuff happens to be in here, but it's nothing like themed. So I think keeping the like movies and stuff upstairs is going to be fun. I thought about putting old movie posters in our living room, but I really think just the pure vintage Halloween makes more sense than that. So now that we've talked about the aesthetics of my house, I feel like I went over all the rooms that we redid and their style, which I feel like you already seen those videos, so you know. I mean, not everyone's seen all of them, obviously. Those videos don't do as well as I expected them to, like view-wise, but if I was going to do it anyways, I might as well record it, you know? But as far as what I've learned through homeowning is everything requires a new tool and a trip to Home Depot. I live at Home Depot. You think I Halloween shop or go to estate sales or thrift things a lot? No, I spend most of my time at Home Depot, and I hate it there. And every time I go there, I get sick to my stomach because it's always something new that we need. You know, some things were optional. Like, we didn't have to vent our cat box outside, which required like a lot of PVC and stuff. But it helps a lot, you know, it makes a huge difference. We didn't have to take that bathroom apart to try to make it into a laundry room. But when we did, we took some drywall off and some tile off the wall, we realized the entire room is rotted. Yay, water damage, gonna fall apart at any second. Don't know how the roof was being supported on those beams that you could grab and crumble. Yay, homeownership. You know, you could file a thing with your homeowner's insurance to help pay for that repair, but then your premium's gonna go up and that's gonna cost you so much money too. It's not even worth it. Like, those are just things that happened. We found, you know, the one thing we could actually negotiate when we were buying the house was the fact that the dry rotted doors in this room, like the door frames, had a lot of water rot in them, that had to be repaired. And, you know, we had the inspection, they said that was a problem, and that was the only thing the owners were willing to fix for us, was to fix those dry rotted, like termite damaged, water rotted door frames in this room. And then we had to pay for another inspection to check that that was done, and they said it was done, and then we moved in and realized they just painted over the rot. You know, they said they had fixed it, and they'd painted over it. You know, I feel like we'd probably fight that if we wanted to, because they said it had been done and re-inspected, because we paid for the re-inspection and it hadn't been done. I don't think the inspector was looking at the right doors if they said it was fixed. So that's kind of sucky. Finding an entire room that was basically rotten but hidden behind drywall, you would have never known that was there, was terrible, and another financial hit for us. Not that really matters, at least our house is going to be structurally okay. You know, we spent a lot of money when we first moved in on tools for projects, like I said, and then drainage, because these doors were water rotted because our backyard floods really badly. So we had to put in drainage, and you know, the drainage didn't even get finished until that hurricane was about to hit us. And I mean, I'm glad my husband's so handy. He saved us a lot of money as far as installing things like that. But it still adds up. I mean, we had to have PVC pipe ran underneath of our yard from the backyard all the way up to the road. Like, there's tubes underneath of our yard to run water and flush it out towards the road. And that stuff adds up, and you got to dig up the entire yard. Like, our grass is pretty dead in the backyard currently because it had to be dug up and stuff. And it's just not fun that when you walk out of your back doors, they're just grates you have to stand on that water floods down. It's like not ideal at all, but it had to be done. Like, there's just so many things that I didn't expect when we bought this house. I thought we would buy the house, paint everything, and you know, chill for a while, since we just spent all of our money on the house. And it's just not been that. It's been one thing after another. Small projects we wanted to take on, crossing paths with disastrous things we found in the home. You know, it's just not ideal, but it happens, and there's nothing we can do about it. You know, I'm not going to complain about it that much because we can't change it. I would if I could, though. I would definitely, you know, not. I think it's because, again, I feel like our house was built like, because, oh, I know someone who can do it cheaper kind of deal. And then it's been one lady who lived here by herself for like a really long time. And then anytime she had a little bit of money, she would like have something done to the house. Sometimes permits weren't pulled for things that really should have. Like, there is no permit for when this room was put on. And our ceiling is sketch in this room. Like, we need a metal beam through the center because right now it kind of does this kind of motion, which is kind of scary. So we need to put like a center beam of metal and like new supports for it and everything, because the center of the roof just doesn't feel supported correctly. Because Mary, yeah, her name was Mary. It's a very generic name, but her name was Mary. Mary decided, I'm not going to pull a permit to have an addition put on. I'm just going to pay some random dude to do it. And there's no paperwork trail. We couldn't find anything about it to see who would put it in, if there was any warranty on the room put in. Nothing. So it's just another thing we have to deal with. And that didn't come up in our inspection. Like, we didn't notice because there's a lot to look at when you do the walkthrough for a house and, you know, you decide you want to put an offer and everything. Our inspector didn't catch it because I guess that wasn't really like a thing. I mean, of course our inspector's not going to catch things like the room being rotted because we didn't know until we pulled it back. But he should have noticed the ceiling bows. And we got an estimate from a contractor who wanted $45,000 to do it. I don't have that. It's crazy. So that's just some of the things that I've learned. Everything requires a tool, and everything you think is okay might be a problem. Now, that's going to vary from house to house. I'm complaining a lot in this video, I realize, and I don't get comments saying, this is why your reviews are so low because you're so negative. It's just my experience, honestly. And again, like I said, every house is going to be different. I still think about that house that we lost out on. Like, we put a couple of offers in on houses, but there was one I was so in love with. It was a cute little cottagey looking place in Riverside, which is where I wanted to live in Jacksonville. I wanted to live in Riverside because they have so many cute little locally owned restaurants and little shops and a little theater, and it's like quaint. But, you know, someone else got the house. It's not that our offer was lower, it's just that our type of loan wasn't a cash loan, and nowadays you have to put a cash loan on everything, it feels like. And, you know, I still think about the house that we missed out on because it was so cute. It kind of had like a storybook cottagey vibe to it. It was very precious. It had all the original windows from the 40s, and it was cute. Like, it was small. I think it was only 1,400 square feet, but it was so precious, and I didn't even care. Like, you can always think of creative solutions for storage and stuff, but it was so cute. I love the original charm of things. This house was built in the 60s, and a lot of the original charm you would think the 60s have, it never had, because someone older always had it, and it was always just like plain line, traditional kind of things. Style-wise for this house, even when we pull back old flooring in the front room, we did the entryway video, we pulled back tile, and then we pulled back white tile, and then there was some brown, ugly linoleum. Every time we pull back like some of a wall or we redo something, we find old wallpaper, and it was always like green ivy paint on the walls, green ivy wallpaper, apple wallpaper in the kitchen. It's always just been kind of like older people have lived in this area, and that's all fine and dandy. I think we're the youngest people on this street that aren't children, you know, because people have children. But yeah, I mean, this house has never had like that really cute charm that I wanted, but it has a lot of space, so gotta compromise there a little bit. And now we have all the room for the baby cats, and I'm excited for the new catio that hopefully will be put in soon. We have a little screen-in porch right now. It wasn't screened when we bought it, but it was already covered, so all you had to put is beams up and put screen in, so mosquitoes don't get to me and the cats can have some outside time while being safe. And I think we're gonna expand it a little bit longer for them, and I'm excited for them to have more outdoor space because they love to climb, and they love to, when there's a breeze, like stick their little nose in the breeze. The best part of owning a home is for your pets, truly. But if I ever get a dog, I'm not gonna have much of a yard because we got like no backyard for the dog. So I guess I'm not getting a dog. Do y'all know my life dream is to have a corgi? I don't know why it is. I love cats. I love the fact that I don't take a cat outside to pee. That's pretty great. But if I've always wanted a corgi my entire life. I don't know what it is. I've always thought I'd have like one of those blonde and white corgis. I'm obsessed with corgis. Anytime there's like one in a pet store, like we go to PetSmart all the time because we have a lot of cats. Anytime I see a corgi, I basically want to sob. I pet one the other day when we were adopting Athena, and he was so cute and so handsome. He got the ears. I love a corgi. I love a corgi. So yeah, that's a fun fact about me. I love a corgi. I always thought if I had a dog, I'd probably have a corgi, and then like, because I always thought people I would be attracted to with like mini Aussies and stuff. I thought like an Aussie with one of those beautiful blue eyes and the other one a normal colored eye. Those are such beautiful, beautiful dogs. So yeah, I don't know why I've always been obsessed with corgis, but it's just always been my thing. Like, all the rest of the dogs are really cute. I love a Shiba Inu. I think they're really cute. I met one the other day at a pet store. I met both of my dream dogs at a pet store, it seems like. They're really cute. I heard Shibas are trouble though, but I mean, I feel like I wouldn't care. They're so cute. So I'd either have a corgi and a mini Aussie, or a corgi and a Shiba Inu. They're so beautiful. I like little dogs too, like a French bulldog. So precious. Although I heard it's bad to have those because they have a lot of sinus issues. You should like get other types of dogs. You know, I don't know why I'm talking about dogs. I'm never gonna get one. Like, I want one so badly, but I'm never gonna move again. This is it for me. And I don't have any backyard for a dog, so I feel like it wouldn't be fair. Like, I have a front yard for a dog, but I would have to fence in the front yard because there's no way I would let my dog run out and play in the front yard without a fence. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Also, moving on from dog talk and owning a house. I feel like I complain about owning a house. I'm really grateful for it. I'm not trying to be complaining. People are always going to say that I am, but it's just a lot that I wasn't expecting, you know? And then I want a dog, but I'm never gonna have a dog because I have 8 cats. You know, people ask me why don't I just start like fostering cats or doing a cat rescue. I would love to do an animal rescue one day, and I would love to foster cats. The issue is my husband would keep every single one of them. I'm weak for a black cat. I truly am. And I think about like, oh, I've never had a tortie before or something. I've never had a tuxedo before. And I love cats. But my husband will absolutely keep every single one of them. I feel like I would know they're going to a good home. I would let them be in a new home. Husband, no. No. He's going to meet this cat and he's going to say it's his cat and we're going to have 100 cats. You know, I can't do that. Although I do have 3 possum friends. One's more of a friend than the other 2. So I have Gregory. He's a really big possum friend. I feed him every night. He comes around like 9 o'clock at night. I see him on my camera every time. If we're sitting outside watching TV, he doesn't even mind us anymore. He just doesn't want me walking up to him. Sometimes when he runs out of food, I'll kind of walk up to him slowly and refill his feeder. He'll watch from maybe 4 or 5 feet away, but he won't come closer, which is fine. And then I have Grant and Jimmy. And they're smaller possums, and they also, you know, come and hang out and eat out of the feeder and everything. So I have possum friends. Is that better than having a dog? I don't know. I'm hoping one day Gregory will let me hand him a piece of food and he'll take it from me. That's my goal. I work on it every day. I have it's a little squirrel feeder that I feed them out of because they clumb along our fence and they come in our yard that way. And I posted a TikTok saying that, you know, I bought a bag of cheap cat food just to see if they would like that, and they do. And I posted a TikTok that I got some cheap cat food and was gonna feed the local possums. And this girl commented on it saying that I shouldn't be feeding them cheap cat food. I need to feed them fruits and vegetables. Of course, fruits and vegetables are going to be better for the possums. But ma'am, I'm feeding the local possums. I'm pretty sure whatever I feed them is better than garbage. So I'm not disagreeing with her. I'm sure fruits and vegetables are much healthier. But can we just be glad that they have food? Because I'm just glad that they have food in the first place. I gave Gregory a couple of Cheez-Its the other day. Yes, it's unhealthy, but he's a possum. And he really liked them. He picked them up with a little hand and crunched. It was really cute. And the possums also eat peanuts out of my squirrel feeder on the other side of the fence. They like a variety of things in their diet. I put peanuts with shells and peanuts with no shells in there at different times because the squirrels like them to open them and everything. And without the shell on them, the possums like them more. And I don't really like that. I wish they would eat them without the shell because I don't think the possums are taking the shell off like the squirrels are. But yeah, it's a possum situation. I feed them every night. Main one, he's a really big possum. His name's Gregory. And then I got 2 smaller ones, Jimmy and Grant, and I named them after old Hollywood people. So we have Gregory for Gregory Peck, we have Grant for Cary Grant, and we have Jimmy for Jimmy Stewart. Please tell me someone else knows who those people are. For my lashes today, I'm going to use my own lashes from my shop, Whimsigoth. Because I'm going to do kind of a darker lip, I might as well have more of a light, flary lash. They're very pretty. I love my lashes. I was so glad to have this style restock because they're so pretty. I guess I do have a lot of animal friends now that I think about it. I have 3 possum friends that I feed. I have a bunch of squirrels that I feed outside. They also like to eat on my bird feeder too. I have some cardinal friends and little finches that eat on my bird feeders. The finches are new. It used to just be 3 cardinals that came by, and then there's itty bitty baby finches that come now because they like the mixed food. They don't really like the black oil seed or whatever. So now I have little finchies that come by. And I also have fish. I have a fish tank with some sharks in it and some catfish in it. And I got a knife fish the other day that I'm very excited about. And we got to put more shrimp in the tank. The sharks like to eat a couple of the shrimp. And then the shrimp also keep the bottom of our tank clean. So that works out pretty well. You know, I feel like that's good protein for the sharks to get. And then also to keep the tank clean, it works out. And I think it's 30 cents for a shrimp. So, and they also make more shrimps. Because we got some shrimps the other day and they were clearly pregnant. And I feel like if they live in the grass at the bottom of our tank, they're going to make us more shrimps. That's pretty good. I feel like I may have put this lash a little bit low, like too far in on my corner today, because I feel like I can see it. You know, I usually try to like flare them out a little bit, but I think I might have glued it in a little too early, like too close, but I'm not willing to take them off because like whenever you take lashes off with black lash glue and you put it back on, it looks weird. So this is just what my lashes look like today. The flares are very beautiful though, and I'm gonna use Tarte Fake Awake in my waterline. But yeah, those are all my house and animal updates. As far as YouTube goes, I've been consistently doing the 4 videos a week. Besides the 1 week with the hurricane coming, I posted 3. The 4 videos a week, I like that schedule because it keeps me going, like as far as like I know I have a quota to make that week, so I make sure I do that. But it also gives me the freedom of, oh, if I didn't edit this, I didn't finish editing this, I can post it the next day as long as it's in the same week. So I like that kind of schedule a lot. But I do worry that 4 videos a week is not going to be enough. But I don't really have time to do more. Like I want to do 5 a week again. However, with the small business and everything, and I'm trying to keep things restocked in there and think of new product ideas and also keep up with emails and, you know, trying to be a good housewife at the same time, trying to keep the house clean and taking care of all the animals. I feel like I have a lot going on. And I don't, like, at the grand scheme of things, if I think about it, I was like, oh, I was doing emails for 2 hours this morning. That doesn't really sound like a lot, but it just takes up a chunk of my day. So there's that. I do want to spend more time thinking of new product ideas for the shop, my small business, but I'm a little bit burnt out because I have been doing so much recently, trying to think of how we're going to get house projects done, running a small business, running a YouTube channel, taking care of the house, adopting more cats that, you know, and a couple of my regular cats have special needs. It's just been a lot recently. I feel like a little burnt out. So if you guys have any like fun video ideas for me or product ideas for my shop, you know, any comments are appreciated on those type of topics. Because sometimes I just feel like I've done too much and my brain just cannot be creative, you know? You know, I am proud of myself though. Like, I've been painting upstairs the last couple days because creatively I cannot think of things to work on for my shop. I can't think of like cool video ideas to do. So I do that, which is gonna be its own video in itself. So I always keep myself really busy and I'm happy about that. I can't be the person who just sits around all day. It makes me feel like worthless. I kind of wish I could sit around a little more, but I like that fact about me that I can't. You know, it feels like it puts too much weight on my shoulders that I can't sit around, but also I feel like accomplished when I get things done. So it's kind of a double-edged sword on that aspect. But yeah, so anyways, I do need to restock some things for the shop soon. I need to figure out if I'm moving my heat press or not so I can use that, and restock some car coasters and bottle openers and tote bags and garden flags. So I need to do those things. I just need to think of more new product ideas. The lash launch took so freaking long, like way longer than I expected, that I'm glad it's finally, like the lashes are finally here and I love them very much. Like, look how pretty. Look how pretty. Oh wow, this one looks gorgeous with this subtle eye look. Okay, the lashes are really pretty in the whimsigoth style. The lashes took a lot longer, but like, I have lashes now. You know how cool that sounds? I have lashes now. That's so cool. That's so cool. But as far as what new products to do, like the t-shirt thing was a test run. It didn't do too great. So maybe I should try a different style of t-shirt or maybe verge to something else, you know? Like we did beanies. We did 1 beanie launch. I sold, I think I have 3 left. 2 on my website, 1 on Etsy. So I did 20 beanies last year, and I think with 3 left, we sold 17 beanies. That's pretty good. Beanies did pretty good for me. I just need to think of like what's next product wise. I love doing Aries accessories. They're easy to store. They're easy and lightweight to ship. They don't cost anybody a lot to ship. Like me, if I'm paying for the order for shipping, or if I, you know, if the person ordering it pays for shipping, It's lightweight, so it doesn't cost much. I love accessories and things like that, and keychains, and wax melts are fun too. I just need to figure out like, what else? You know, what else? But when I'm thinking about what else is for the small business, it takes away time from what am I thinking about video-wise. So, yeah, I guess my mind's just all over the place lately. I feel a little burnt out, but maybe the weekend will help me recharge, you know. Maybe I'll go to a flea market and look for furniture pieces for the upstairs Suic'de Crypt video or something like that just gets my mind off of those two things and I can think about something else. I don't know, I think that's going to help. I think everyone has these times where you just, mind's all over the place. Here is my look for the day though. It is Ofra's Ball Harbor lipstick. I'm going to do this lipstick for today, the rest of the day. It is 3 o'clock on the dot actually. So this morning I painted, edited, made the thumbnail for the hair video and everything. Did emails and stuff. Packed 3 orders, which I had, which was really nice. And then I filmed this, but rest of the day, I'm going to try to film some true crime TikToks. You know, I'm going to do like little short summary versions of true crime stories on TikTok, hopefully. See how those do, because I've still been trying to post content on there as well, even though I don't really care about the content on as much on there, but I still try to do that because some people made a great career off TikTok, and you know, every dollar counts. I made $20 July to now through TikTok, so overall 20 bucks. It's not great, especially for hundreds and thousands of views, but no, I made $40 because I had $20 sponsorship for Garland. I did a video with Spooky Garland and I got 20 bucks for it. And then I made 20 bucks through the ads on TikTok. So made 40 bucks. That's really not bad if you think about it. I've been trying to post every day. I've missed a couple days here and there. But TikTok is so much easier than like YouTube and everything else because it's so short form. I feel like I could just make those a lot quicker. So I'm going to try to do those with true crime TikToks. I'm going to try to do 2. Change my lip color, maybe change my eye makeup a little bit so I look like it's done a different day. I don't normally do that, but I thought today if I did a neutral eye, I could like try to make it look like it was filmed in different days, so it gives a little more variety to my TikTok page. And I'm going to try to film 4 overall. So we'll see. I might get done pretty early today. I might get done around like 5. That's pretty good for me. Usually I'm working until like 7:30, which we're not going to complain about YouTubers' hours over here. We're not. So yeah, I'm excited. It's been a good day. I have not finished painting upstairs, and I need to go to Home Depot later, which I hate, and get more paint. So we can work on that. So you guys left me a couple comments on the video, part 2 of this hair video that I put up today. And so far, people are talking about putting like a really gothic little reading nook upstairs. You gothic lamps as decorations up there. That sounds really pretty. I don't have any of those pieces. So if I can thrift or estate sale or, you know, yard sale, some stuff like that, that would be really cool. Like a little sitting area up there, like a little reading nook up there that's very gothic. I think that'd be really pretty. Okay, one last thing, because I forgot. I changed lip colors, by the way. 2 other things I'm trying to do at the same time, which is also why my mind is like, woo, what's my main focus? I don't know. But I'm still trying to think of new things to do at all times. I've been trying to talk my husband into bringing the podcast back, bringing back Crime Acts podcast. Because I love true crime. It's like when I'm working and stuff, when I'm doing stuff, it's what I consume the most. I love true crime. I'm very fascinated by like what makes people do certain things. So I'm trying to bring back the podcast. I'm trying to make it have a new focus where it's not just here's a true crime story. I want to have true crime stories, of course, mixed in with like true crime topic discussions. Like the first one I've been trying to put together and stuff is about death row last meals. I find them very fascinating. I know a lot of people do too. So I thought we could talk about those kind of things as well as like regular true crime cases. Then I'm also still stalking estate sales and yard sales and everything. So I'm thinking about doing like a little resale thing. I resold some stuff on eBay, like that I found at estate sales and stuff. I don't like resellers who take things from like Home Goods and TJ Maxx or Target and resell it for astronomical amount of price. But I feel like when you're on the hunt for it and you like thrift it or estate sale, find it, other people who want those things aren't going to find them there. I think I can make a couple dollars like that. I'm not gonna try to like get every single dollar out of everything I can just to make a few here and there. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun for the hunt, you know, see what I can get. So those are 2 other side hustles I'm thinking about doing as well. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I like talking to you guys and catching up. I feel like it's been a while since I did like a full catch up that wasn't like just like a weekend vlog of me doing stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Truly, I want to say that from my bottom of my heart, thank you. Like, the reason I can have all these worries about these little different small side gigs and everything is because you guys watch me and you support my shop and everything like that. And I want to thank you so much. And I hope you all have a beautiful day, truly. It's a little cold outside. Today was the first cold day we've had in a while. Not happy about that, but everything else is lovely. And I just want to thank you guys so much for making this my life. And I love you. Thank you guys. And I'll see you later. Have a great day. Someone said when I do this in videos, it's like a little seal clap. And I can't unsee that now. But thank you. Have a good one, guys.